I have learned one thing about being successful in any business. It's to be impulsive. It's to be impulsive.
It's to be impulsive.
Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, so we're going to talk about Love Meg today because Love Meg has just been, oh yeah, if you can hear anything, it is my little girl. She is just playing in the room opposite. I usually try and get these done when she's napping or when they're both like in the other room watching TV, nice and quiet. She's not doing either of those two things, so you're gonna hear some noise. Love Meg, the countdown is on. She's gonna be going away to Europe pretty soon. I'm actually kind of excited to see this new stage in her life. I know people probably expect me to be quite bitter, like, oh, how dare you get to go away and live your dreams. I'm really not. To be honest with you, she can go off, have a nice little time. I do worry that they haven't quite thought through everything, but I feel like maybe a lot of people are thinking the same thing as well. And I'm sure people probably think that about me doing various different things or about whoever doing different things. I think well and truly just let them live and learn. If they want to do what they want to do, let them do it. I'm happy for them. But what I'm not happy for is obviously her being mean to everyone around her, being mean to comment channels, being mean to her subscribers, the people who pay her, and trying to like grift people around Europe for free stays in their rentals. I'm not a big fan of that either, obviously. We have learned that she only has 4 more spaces left on her program. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure she said that she's going to be vetting 10 people, is that right? I don't have the screenshots anymore. I tend to delete them after a certain period of time, but I'm pretty sure it was 10 is what she said. She's going to be taking up to 10 clients. So it means that, my maths is so bad, it means that 6 people have joined, which is, should we just remind you, 2,500 for a month, and it's a year-long course, so that's 30 grand a year. Who has that kind of money? I could just think of so many other better things I could spend 30 grand on. Oh God, just to have 30 grand just spare, like, wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, yeah, so I'm just thinking about all the different things I could do with that money. I wouldn't go on holiday, let me tell you that. I'd be redoing up the house. I'm so boring. If you gave me some money now, it would either have something to do with horses or it would have something to do with redoing parts of our house. That is it. That is what my life has become. She's preparing, she keeps on posting, like for a little stage, she was posting all this, like, it's because of her hair. She was doing this like whole Audrey Hepburn situation, trying to like get into character. She's ordered some DNA kits so that they can find out where their ancestry is from. What did she say? Finally she's doing her DNA testing. Thought it would be fun before we go over to Europe. We kind of know our ancestry, but there's still a lot we don't know. Can't wait to find out. What I do want to say is I really do hope that that wasn't a sponsorship and that was just something, she was just tagging the company in it, because that would be the worst undisclosed ad. I don't think it was. She usually does disclose her ads, doesn't she? She always puts filters over her ads, which isn't great if you're doing skincare or whatever. But I don't think this was an ad. This whole thing, every single other thing, like, I'm happy for them. Whatever they want to do, I'm happy for them. Let them live. I found this one comment that was like, I'm so glad you are back to your house and didn't sell it. Love you, Meg. Oh, and then someone else said, I believe she'll be moving soon. They're staying until after her brother's wedding, if I recall correctly. If Meg sees these comments, she is going to hang you up by your toenails. She will be so livid because she thinks that everyone must be up to date with all of her whereabouts. But I will say is that the reason why this person thinks that they haven't sold the house is because she has now started posting full decorating past videos, which I understand, especially if you're the type of person that keeps the same sort of decor. But if you're the kind of person, which this was what Meg was, let's be real.
Yeah, I won't lie, I completely forgot just how over the top her decorates always were. Just A, where the hell do you store all this? And B, how can you go from this to being like living out of one bag? I mean, it's totally possible. I'm just saying that to get rid of all this stuff, oh my gosh, like that is thousands just sitting there.
Who likes to go and buy brand new seasoning, decorating every single year, then that's not going to be very helpful for the people who want to find out where she gets all these different things. Posting old content like that when it's a whole new season, I don't really see it going down very well, just because you're going to have loads of competition for free on YouTube who are posting like brand new products that you've never seen before. I don't know, some like pink levitating pumpkin or whatever the hell's going on.
Right, so this is actually breaking news because I already started filming this video and then shit just hit the fan basically. Meg is now wanting to seek out people who want one-on-one coaching, so just for an hour-long phone call. So instead of that whole 1 year debacle where it's $2,500, she's now wanting to be like, does anyone want just a 1 hour one-off phone call, which I don't think has any further details, so you don't get a follow-up. It is just the 1 hour. So obviously, curious nosy me, I had to go and find out just how much this would be. So I thought if I went back on and I did the application again, it might tell me. And surely enough, guys, lads and lasses, it surely did. I just want to say, what in the actual hell is her problem? $1,000. $1,000. What is she playing at? I mean, she wanted to charge $2,500 a month for 2 half-an-hour phone calls. So I can sort of understand if, I mean, I don't understand because it's still a lot of money, but in fact, no, Amy, I don't understand it at all. She's not going to give you any more of a follow-up. I don't think it's going to be a one-off phone call. So you're going to pay her £1,000 for a phone call with no follow-up, no nothing. What is she playing at? Do you know what? When I first read this, I thought, why does she need this money? Because it sounds, at this point, she was saying, oh, I need 4 more people. And now all of a sudden it's gone for 4 more people to literally setting up a whole separate thing saying, I need some extra money. So what is it? So in this, she's saying, so maybe coaching long term isn't your thing. Maybe you just feel like you need one phone call for 1 hour to have a conversation with someone who has made it their mission to have it all and live in abundance. Or maybe you are interested in coaching, but just don't really know what to expect and would love a 1 hour trial run before signing on long term. I just want to say that if you don't really know what to expect, why in the hell would you be parting with $1,000? Give them a free trial. No one is going to part with that kind of money. And if you do, you're an idiot. Want to love life more? Want to make more money? Want more freedom? Are you letting fear hold you back? Too embarrassed what people think of you? I got you. Let's chat. You are the only one who can change your life, and my goal on these 1 hour, one-time calls is to get you excited and ready to make the decisions you know are right in your gut. By the end of the call, I'm only taking on 5 one-time, 1 hour calls for the month of September. Oh my gosh. As if I can't. She's saying, yeah, come on, come have a trial, but it's not a free trial though, is it? Like, well and truly, I'm not even being dramatic. Does she owe people money? Like, did the PPP whatever people, have they gotten back and gone, this is purely speculation. I'm just saying, like, this is ludicrous. The amount of money she's charging, you guys, if you don't know, I thought it was disgusting. I think nobody is worth that amount of money in business coaching. 30k a year, no one is worth that. Not even Bill Gates. Like, people, it's ridiculous. But maybe not Bill Gates. Oh, you know what I mean. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, they need this money. Somewhere, somehow, they need this money because they're begging. Not only that, but they're also begging for like free accommodation. I've already told you, like, we've already spoken about this. They're like, wanting to get free accommodation all the way around Europe. I just think it's weird. I think it's so totally weird. I think they're in like financial debt or something, because nobody would be this bold and brass to be like, hey, I need this amount of money. I need $1,000 for a 1 hour phone call. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. Is she just like, I don't, whatever, this is how I feel. I think it's sick. I think it's ridiculous. I think they are running from something. I just don't get it. I think it's weird. Why do you need this amount of money? Why are you charging people this amount of money unless you desperately needed it? It just makes no sense.
She's actually been getting quite emotional recently. She has been a very emotional Audrey Hepburn. She's going on about, wanting that you need to just jump head first into fear and no, don't let fear control you. I don't really know. She was like, don't make decisions out of fear or whatever she's going on about.
To grow, then you're going to feel stuck. I think about right after Justin and I got married, we were in the car, we were on our way to our honeymoon, and I'm like trying to eat something because we barely ate at our wedding. We were just like so busy mingling and having fun and everything. So we get in the car, I'm trying to eat, and I just bust out crying because I'm like, I'm going to miss living with my family, even though we lived 2 streets away from my family. But it was just the fact that like I wasn't going to be living in that house anymore, and like that chapter of my life was over. Does that mean that I shouldn't have married Justin and I probably should have just lived with my parents forever and been a child with my siblings forever? Like, no, you don't do that, because that would be a decision based out of fear, right? Like, you want to grow, there's this big adventure, you're in love, you're making a decision out of love, and so you go for it anyway. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to have moments where you're like, man, I wish I could just go back to one day of being a kid.
And then after her great big long thing all about, you know, not letting fear make decisions, I don't know what was going on, she then has to then end all of these things now with, hey, coaching can be the same way. Thoughts like, am I ready to be called out on my own BS? Do I feel deserving enough to invest into my mindset? Am I actually willing to do the work to change my life? Yet all normal thoughts a person would have. If you answered yes to all those things, it's time to jump. I've got 4 slots left. Who's playing it safe and who's ready to jump into massive growth? The thing is, all of these people are going to realize exactly how much money it is. Like, people be like, oh yeah, I'll do it. They'll click on it and they'll be like, absolutely not. I think if she lowered her prices by about, this is so mean, by about 2,000, it was 500. Even 500 a month is ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. $200 a month and be done with it. But 2,500, it's a kick in the teeth. I've talked about this one before. People are going to be like, oh yeah, I'll do it. They'll click on it and they'll be like, what? And the fact is, if it wasn't so expensive, I'd just be like, oh, she's just trying to hustle, like whatever. She's just trying to promote her own business. Like, I've been there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand trying to promote your own business is not only stressful, but it's also like, it can be a bit, not embarrassing. Yeah, actually kind of. Even though you're proud of what you're doing, it can still be a bit like, oh, you're really putting yourself out there. It's like anything really, but I understand what that feeling feels like. However, she's gonna have people being like really inspired of what she's saying to then click on apply here. And in one of her slides, it says, this course is $2,500 a month. Are you willing to pay that? Like, it's extremely upfront. She's also tagged her previous life coach called Lindsay Mango, I think that's her name. And I tried looking on her website just to see how much money she charges, because she's a life business coach or whatever for a living. And it won't let me see, and all of her slots are booked up and I have no idea of knowing. But do any of you guys know how much her life coach used to be? Because if, like, I can't imagine her life coach is even charging anything close to that, because she has quite a lot of clients. Like, the thing is, to be successful in this, you can't come in extremely high at the very beginning, because you've got no background, like, portfolio of where your clients are now, how they're doing. She's starting too high, but whatever. Definitely a few smaller creators out there who do post stories like this about Meg, maybe because they once looked up to them, but they don't realize that if you adopt that same rhetoric and that same way of thinking, it's going to sink your ship, because it's what ultimately has sunken Meg's ship. Anyway, that's just my thoughts and opinions on it. But sadly, if people follow this falling, broken down steam train that is Meg's channel, they won't go very far. But anyway, have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video. Bye guys.